Barre with Mary. We have a quick inner thighs class today. So you do not need any equipment, just clear a little bit of space and join me down here on your mat. We're gonna take our hands back behind us, a little bit wider than your shoulders. Take your feet a little wider than your hips, lift the heart, and then just start to windshield wiper the legs from side to side, going at whatever speed feels good for you. Just getting a little bit of rotation of the femur bone, the thigh bone, and the socket. Getting a little bit of a stretch for the inner thighs, the outer hips. Just let it feel really good. Really feel how you can lift your heart here, pushing down through the palms, softening the shoulders down the back. We'll do one more time to either side. And then from here, go ahead and roll over onto all fours, hands coming under the shoulders, knees coming underneath the hips. We're gonna walk the legs together here. So you're gluing the inner thighs together, spread through the fingers and tuck your toes. Take a big inhale. As you exhale, I want you to squeeze your inner thighs together and lift the knees to a low hover. As you inhale, tap the knees back down to the mat. And as you exhale, squeeze the inner thighs, lift to hover, keep going like that. So we're coming into this bear plank position here. So absolutely you're gonna feel some activation in the shoulders, in the core. But what I want you to really focus on is the inner thighs squeezing before you lift the knees up. So squeeze, then lift. We have 2 more times, and then we're gonna hold the lift. Last time, tap the knees down. Exhale, lift, hold the bear plank position to start to squeeze the inner thighs. Go squeeze, and squeeze, and squeeze. Press the back of the head up to the ceiling here, so you really open up to the front of the throat. Spread your fingers wide, and squeeze your thumbs towards one another. 8 more squeezes, 8, 6, here for 4, 3, hold the squeeze of the inner thighs, take a big inhale. As you exhale, let the knees butterfly open, and squeeze them right back in, 2 counts, it's inhale, and exhale. I think I switched the breath pattern, that's okay. I really don't care how you're breathing, I just care that you're breathing. 2 more times, butterfly open. Squeeze them in. Now this time, hold that butterfly shape and just pulse your thighs in 1 inch, go in an inch, in an inch. Keep the hips in line with the shoulders. Keep the abdominals really strong here. And imagine you have a ball in between your thighs that you're squeezing. We squeeze it in and in and in. 8 more times, you're here for 8, for 6, down dog in 4, 3, 2, lift the hips, downward dog. Walk your feet back a few inches and take them hips distance. Take a moment, just breathe here. Taking in a variation that feels good in your body. Big inhale and a big exhale. Lift up to the tippy toes, roll through the spine, high plank, and then lower all the way down onto the belly. Roll onto your right side. You can cradle your head. Both legs are long here, so go ahead and bring the heels in line with the hips. Now take that top left leg, bend the knee, and plant the left foot on the mat in front of your right thigh bone. Big breath here. And then on your exhale, extend your right leg straight and lift it up to a low hover. Then inhale, tap it down just like that. It's lift and lower, go up and down. So take a moment and just double check your alignment here. So your shoulders are stacked, your hips are stacked. Notice if you're finding a little bit of a collapse in the bottom right side of your waist. Really lift up to the right side obliques here and stay long through both sides of your waist. See if you can find just a little bit more softness in your shoulders. And then really focus on how long you can get your right leg as you lift it up. So we're not worrying about height so much as length. 4 more times, it's 4. 3, 2, hold the lift of the right leg, flex to the right foot, take a tiny bend in the right knee, and then extend the right leg straight, pick it up, bend, reach, bend, reach, bend, reach. So it's a tiny bend in your right knee and a big extension. With every extension of your right leg, I want you to really squeeze your right quadricep. Go squeeze and squeeze. Yeah, so lots of heat building into the right inner thigh. That's the goal, right? That's the title of the class. That's what we want. You have 8 more presses here. Go 8, go 6, You're gonna hold it long. In 3, in 2, hold the right leg straight, point to the right toes. Trace little circles with your right leg. Go, little circle, little circle. Tiny circles here. So do not worry about how big the movement is. Mine's about the size of a quarter maybe. Just focus on getting your right leg even longer, even straighter. You're here for 4, 3, 2, change directions, go, little circle, little circle. Continue to squeeze your right quadriceps so you keep your right leg nice and long. And then always checking in, you're lifting up to the right side obliques. Shoulders are soft, shoulders are stacked, hips are stacked. 4 more circles, 4, 3, 2, hold the right leg long. Now you can stay right here. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, maybe you bring your left leg out to meet your right. Squeeze the legs together. All 10 toes are pointing toward me, so both legs are in parallel here. Inhale, both legs tap to the mat. Exhale, lift both legs up. You've got it. Inhale, down. And exhale, lift. Now, if it's too much with both legs, you go right back to that variation we were just doing, where we stacked that left foot in front of the right thigh. It's inhale, tap it down. Exhale, lift it up. So as you move the legs down and up, your feet are most likely sliding past one another. That's a good thing. That means you're in parallel, which is what I want you to be in. 2 more times like this. We take it down. Squeeze in, lift. Yeah, last one, go down. Now hold that lift up. Squeeze the inner thighs together. Get your legs a little bit longer, and then maybe you stay right here, or maybe you reach that top left arm up to the sky. Take a big breath. Exhale, legs lift 1 inch higher. Hold 4, 3, 2. On your back, hug your knees to your chest. Amazing work. Whew. Just squeeze the knees into the chest and let yourself rock from side to side here. Now I am going to flip around so that I'm still facing you, but you are more than welcome just to roll over onto your left side. Doing the whole series on the other side. You can cradle your head and your elbow if that feels good. First, take both legs long and just be sure that your toes, hips, and shoulders are in one long line. And then from there, top right leg bends and plants in front of your left thigh. Squeeze your left quadricep, get your left leg nice and long. And then from there, we lift to that low hover and tap it down a little faster. It's up and tap. Go lift and lower. So again, let's do that little scan here. Relax both shoulders. I noticed for me, my left shoulder, this bottom shoulder is really tense right now, so I'm gonna try to soften there. Make sure that the shoulders are stacked on top of one another. The bottom left obliques are lifting up to help support you, so that when you lift your left leg, you're not dipping your pelvis, right? Your pelvis isn't moving. The only thing that's moving is the left leg. Hips are stacked on one another. And then you can absolutely use these right fingertips as like a little kickstand. Beautiful work. Again, it's less about how high you get the left leg. Think first about extending the left leg straighter and then lifting to that low hover. 4 more times, you'll hold the lift. It's 4, 3, 2, hold the lift. Flex the left foot, take a little bend in the left knee, and extend the left leg straight. Pick it up, bend, reach, bend, reach, bend, reach. Yeah, beautiful work. Every time you extend the left leg straight, really push energy out of the left heel and squeeze your left quadriceps. Yeah, beautiful. It's reach and reach and reach. 8 more times. We go for 8, 6. You're here for 4, 3, 2. Keep the left leg long. Point to the left toes. Trace little circles. Left leg. Go little circle, little circle, little circle. Now see if you can extend the left leg even straighter. If you can find even more engagement in your abdominals, so we're really stable in the pelvis. It's just the left leg moving, tracing little circles in the hip socket. You're here for 4, 3, 2. Switch directions the other way. A little circle, little circle. Maybe make the circle even smaller and really focus on isolating the movement. You have 8 more here. Go 8. Go 6. You're here for 4, 3, 2. Keep the left leg straight. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, you can stay here or bring your right leg out to meet your left, squeezing the inner thighs together. Inhale, tap the legs to the mat. Exhale, lift both legs up. It's inhale, tap. And exhale, lift. Now again, as you lift the legs, really feel your bottom obliques, your left obliques, lifting up so that we're not letting our hips drop and rock. We're keeping everything long and we're just lifting the legs. Now that might mean the movement of your legs is a little smaller. Mine feels really, really small right now. This feels really challenging today. 2 more, it's tap. And lift. Last time, go tap. We're gonna hold that lift, squeeze the inner thighs together. You can stay right here, or maybe the top right arm reaches up to the sky, getting a little balance challenge in. Squeeze the inner thighs. Lift the legs 1 inch higher. Hold here for 4, 3, 2. On your back, hug your knees to your chest. We have 1 more short little series to finish this quick class. Allow yourself a moment just to squeeze the thighs into the chest and rock from side to side. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, plant your feet, keeping the legs glued together. So just like we did in our bear plank series. Let your arms rest at your side. Squeeze the inner thighs, take an inhale. As you exhale, lift the seat to a low bridge. And then inhale, tap it down, pick it up, it's lift and tap. Go up and down. Now again, just like we thought about in our bear plank series, I want you to first squeeze the inner thighs and then lift the seat. So we're really focusing less on the glutes working here and more on the inseam of the legs. So it's squeeze, lift, tap, squeeze, lift. You might notice with your legs together that your range of motion is smaller. So is mine. I absolutely agree with that noticing. And I think that's okay. Don't force your hips up higher because that'll most likely arch your low back, which really is not the purpose of this class or any class that I teach you. 4 more times, go 4, 3, 2. I want you to hold that hover, just squeeze your inner thighs, in, hold. Squeeze, in, hold. So you have ankles, knees, thighs glued together and we're squeezing them in. Go squeeze in, yes. Now again, double check that your rib cage is not flaring open. Really soften your rib cage down, like you're trying to glue the back of your rib cage down to the mat. 4 more squeezes here, you've got it. 4, 3, 2. Now I want you to hold the squeeze on the inner thighs, just lift the heels to a low hover and tap the heels back down. Yes, it's heels lift and heels lower. Keep squeezing the inner thighs in. Keep squeezing the knees together and really feel that fire through the inside of your thigh bones, of your thighs, I should say. Apparently all the blood is rushing in my inner thighs. I can no longer speak. 2 more times, you've got it. Take it, lift and lower. Last time here, it's lift and lower. Now lift your heels just halfway up. Squeeze the inner thighs together and pulse your seat. Little up, little up, little up. Now maybe you reach your arms up to the ceiling here. Feel your upper arm bones soften down into the mat so you're really soft across the chest, across the face, across the neck. And again, bring your focus to squeezing the inner thighs in. You have 16, 15. Your final hold for class on deck in 12. 8 more pulses, 8. You hold in 6. We hold in 4, 3, 2. Hold that lift, inhale. Exhale, I want you to squeeze your legs together with everything you have and then maybe lift your seat just a 1/4 inch higher. Relax your face. Relax your ribs and hold and breathe for 8, 7. Inner thigh squeeze in with even more. Yes, you've got it. 4 more counts. It's 4. You stretch at 3. You stretch at 2. Tap your seat. Hug your knees in. Amazing work. Grab a hold of the tops of the shins and just gently trace circles with your knees going in either direction because we will switch, so it does not matter. You can let your pelvis rock here. Just let it feel really good, really relaxed. 1 more time this direction, and then reverse circle the other way. Just letting the thigh bones release in the hip socket here, getting a really nice stretch for the inner thighs. 1 more circle. And then let's find a happy baby. Grab a hold of the feet. Bend the knees and press the soles of the feet up to the sky. Now you might find that this feels comfortable, or you might play with grabbing a hold of your shins instead, and then using your elbows to gently press your knees open. I love this. I feel like it gives a little bit more opening in my hips and my inner thighs. Let's take 2 big breaths here. Inhale, fill all the way up. Exhale out the mouth. One more time, breathe in. And let it go. Hug your knees into your chest. Rock and roll yourself all the way up to a seated position, any position that feels comfortable for you. Inhale, scoop the arms up. Exhale, let it go. And that is your class. Amazing work today. I hope that you feel really fired up in the inner thighs, and I'll be back next week with a brand new Barre with Mary class. As always, please be sure to subscribe so that you don't miss a single class. See you back here on the mat soon.